What's happening, guys? Number 3 in our Working Drummer series, and today we're talking about reading. Let's get to it.
Perfect.
So this is more of a general video. Last two videos were Groove and Fill. Check them out up here or over here, wherever they go. This one is more about certain things that you might think you need to do or you don't think you need to do. So if you are wanting to be a Broadway drummer, if you are wanting to be a reading drummer, maybe in an orchestra or in theaters, you need to sight read. You need to be able to sight read complex patterns instantly and accurately. There's no getting around it. You kind of need to be able to do that. The likelihood is you'll get called for a gig or a theater show on very, very short notice, and you won't have time to memorize all the parts. Reading is an important part from a learning point of view, so learning to read is really important, but sight reading is totally different. So if you don't want to do that, if you think, well, actually, I'm not keen on doing that, then you kind of don't need to practice your sight reading too much. The main thing kind of related to that is to be able to learn songs very, very quickly. Now, the first ever video I did on YouTube is linked up here, and it is about charting songs very, very quickly. The first ever session I got was playing originals band, and they asked me to do 1 or 2 gigs, and I wrote out every note. And I very, very quickly realized that that is a stupid way to do it, because the reality is, if you have 40 songs to learn, you will not have time to chart out all those songs. Now, my career has taken kind of 3 different paths. I mainly teach online and teach privately. I do some recordings whenever they come up, and I mainly do wedding, function, quick turnaround kind of gigs. And I built my career on, or for the last 10 years, I've mainly been a dep. Now what that means is that I get called to play a gig, and I get called to play another gig with a different band the following night. Now, if each of those bands have 40 songs each, I've got 80 songs to learn. There is no way I'm charting all of them out. It just would take too much time, and it's kind of not cost effective if you want to think of it like that. Now, you remember back in video number 1, I talked about learning your groove environments and the reason that it's important. Well, the reason it's important is that at the top of that chart that you just did for this song, you can write in which groove environment it is, and then you will trust yourself to play appropriately dependent on the style, because you've practiced all the stuff within that groove style, and you just write it at the top of your chart. So your chart basically contains intro 8 bars, verse, chorus, intro, verse, the amount of times, the length of the fills, maybe some little crashes, some little hits, and you're out. If you get good at it, you can learn a song or chart a song in 1 listen, and then 80 songs takes you the length of time. Now, it's still a lot of time, but at least then it's not hours and hours and hours of your time. Hope you guys dug this lesson. If you did, leave a comment below. Let me know some more tips from you guys. Hit subscribe, like it, you know what to do. I'll see you guys next week. Take care.